Hi guys, I'm Nagadir-chan, and welcome to my review for Babylon, episode 11. Ooh, only one episode left. I'm really not sure how they are going to wrap it up, but I'm definitely interested. This episode I really like it. It was quite political and philosophical. So I can understand why some people might not like it, but I love this stuff. So I really enjoyed it. And the visuals were really, really cool. Really helped with what they were saying and what was said. It's really enhancing like everything which is happening. I wish more anime will be doing it, or would be doing it. But I guess not everyone can be that fancy. So, something about the story. We know that Itsuki was going to have some suicide summit. Well, and because of that, president of US decided to have summit too. So him and other countries, I think it was representatives of these countries, right? Like the presidents and such. Not exactly sure. So they were having some kind of G7 summit to like talk about Itsuki and the suicide law. So that's very interesting. Also, I forgot, but at the start of this episode, while like opening was playing, they actually reference Magase as a whore of Babylon and seven-headed beast, which I think are like those people which are okay with suicide in these 7 towns in 7 countries, like Japan, Canada, Germany, UK, Italy, and one more. I definitely forget one or two. But I really like because, yeah, that's like what I've seen many people talking about. And this show is called Babylon, so of course they're probably referencing it. I mean, just look at Magase and what she's doing. Yeah, it definitely goes together with this biblical thing. So very interesting. Like I said, I'm like not well versed in biblical stuff or Christianity or in political like things in different countries. So yeah, but I still like it. So we had these summits, and I really love how the G7 summit proceeded because that's what we were seeing in this episode. We like weren't shown the suicide summit, which probably was kind of interesting too. I wonder how it went, but we were shown this summit, and I really like how these politicians were like introduced and how they were shown. They definitely have like different opinions and different personalities, and like just the way they talked was different. So I really like it, even though they showed in this episode only, except for like Alexander, US president, in this. They definitely like had their own charm, and I really like it. Like they felt like full-fledged characters, personalities, not some like blank things. You can definitely, at least I felt that they are people, like kind of real people, even though I just was introduced to them right now. So I really like it that they had their own personalities and such, and the way they talk, and the way they're looking at the suicide law. I really like it. You can definitely tell they were very different. And I mean, that's what characters are supposed to be, If every character would be same, it would be boring. So they were talking about the suicide law. And there were some against it, some like were thinking it's good, some were kinda in the middle ground, they weren't too sure. They were discussing, and I really love their like relationship and how they thought about each other and like about other countries and other politicians. There were like such a really great chemistry in this summit, and I really like it. It was it was very interesting to watch. Like, if every freaking political summit would be like it, I would love to watch it, you know? At least I would be thinking about something important and maybe progressing something. Then it's in real life, sadly. And like they were in middle of discussion, and Alexander from US was still kind of thinking, and they were like, well, man, are you going to say something, because it was only us talking so far. So I really loved what Alexander wanted to do. This is a suicide law, and I was thinking about it for a really long time, and I wasn't kind of able to conclude anything, because it's kind of hard, you know, like, is it good? Is it bad? Like, how can we decide what is good and bad? And that's what they started to talk about. So from political style, we went straight to philosophical. And I personally really love philosophy, though I never studied deeply. I just like to think about things. They started to talk about good and evil. What is universally good, what is universally evil, and such. They also talk about morality. I really like it because these topics are like, if you stop and start thinking about it, you can discuss these topics like for years and probably wouldn't be able to conclude something if you have someone who is also good at discussing. So they were trying to conclude this, and while they were talking and giving their opinions and giving their thoughts and kind of brainstorming this idea, the visuals of whole like scene changed, and I really love it. It became like less realistic, more of visual, and I really liked what the visuals represented and how it changed areas and kind of styles where they were talking, kind of improve what was happening and what they were talking about. It was really cool. Like, they were in a space and they were like in different periods, and they were showing this and they were showing that, and they were like thinking about it. And so, like I've said, they sadly were interrupted by Itsuki. And damn, like, that really didn't feel good. I was like, oh god damn, Mitsuki is definitely planning something. I don't really like it. So they were in a shiniki. It was really creepy because around the main building, around I don't know how many thousands of people were like there. Uh is this supposed to impress me or creep me out? Because it definitely is creeping me out. Like, and Itsuki was talking about like it's some kind of achievement. Like, look at these thousands of people like being here. Isn't it amazing? Some want suicide love, some don't want it, but it's cool, right? I'm like, dude, please stop. You're creeping me out. They look like they're brainwashed masses of whatever. I don't know. It was creepy, really creepy. And he started to talk about some woman or some person who wanted to commit suicide. So they let that person to go on the top of the building. What? But like, I kind of understand they didn't try to stop her, because I mean, they are trying to have a suicide love, so why should they stop her, right? But it was so like, you just can't let people to go on the top of a building and let them kill themselves. But hey, he did it with like those 60 or whatever people before, so he doesn't care, and that's creeping me out. But the funny thing was, well, actually, this person is not 100% sure if they wanted to commit suicide or not. And he wanted the US president to talk with this person and to kind of decide whether this person should commit suicide or not, or like if it is good for them or not, you know, like have some moral talk, or just decide And I was like, oh, I see. This is definitely a trap. This is definitely a trap. I don't know what he's planning, but I don't trust him at all. And at the end, it was shown that this woman, I'm definitely sure it was Magase, especially because how Seizaki was looking at her. Yeah, his reaction, it told you all. So it's definitely Magase. And now we have that funny thing. We were talking all about what is good, what is bad, and blah blah blah. And now we have so we have Magase I, who is trying to commit suicide, and now this US president will decide whether suicides are good or bad, because I'm sure it's broadcasted everywhere. God damn you, Itsuki, it's on Alexandra now. And we have like this double thing, because if he is against suicide, he wouldn't definitely want Magase to commit suicide, but she's such an evil person that she definitely deserves to die. But if you will be going at that like she deserves to die because of what she did, so yeah, let her jump. I think you will do exactly what Itsuki wants, because this is some kind of weird trap and I don't like it. I just don't know. Yeah, it's kinda. I guess maybe Alexandra would have some mental gymnastic in next episode, because it's last episode. I'm like, how the hell are you going to conclude it? Also, poor Seizaki, he wanted his revenge on Magase, and now she's like there going to commit suicide. So yeah, yeah, ironic, right? I love it. They're messing. She is messing with him forever ever. I just love it. Because she knows he wants his revenge, because she kinda knows what kind of person he is. And take it from him. Oh, that's cruel. I'm starting to love where this is going. There is so many possibilities what it can happen, but I don't want Magase to jump just because I think it's exactly what Itsuki and Magase wants. Yeah, I'm a little bit rebellious. I just don't want that to happen. Yeah, just let kill Magase, like sentence her to death. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. But sentence her. That's the important stuff. So this episode was really good. 9 out of 10. Visuals, a debate, all the philosophical stuff and political stuff. I just enjoy that. Music, soundtrack was really good too. The reference to finally Horror of the Babylon, which many people were talking about it, and it makes sense, of course, so maybe this biblical thing will be playing a role too. I don't exactly know, but it seems very interesting, yeah. I really like Babylon. It's an interesting show. Definitely. So I think that's all. Goodbye and see you next time.